Hello. Today is Wednesday, June 7th. I dosed yesterday. I'm starting to depuff. Yesterday was interesting. Actually this week, I don't even know what I've told you, but I started a week again Monday, slow going. It's really weird. I just feel different, like life is different. And I think I'm a little exhausted. So yesterday I went to dose, and my brother took me this time, thanks to. And so they gave me the Benadryl and the Benadryl singular and Tylenol. And I get my usual sleepy, but I got really sleepy. Like I couldn't even talk to Stu without my eyes closing. During that, before that, the doctor came and talked to me, and the plan is to finish up. This would have been the week that I started every other week, but I need to finish the 2 weeks that I miss and then go to every other week because I'm not taking another drug. I will not be taking the oral Pomalyst, as that destroyed me in 1 week. So we're not going to do that. And so I need 2 more weeks, and then I can start every other week. And then I think I do monthly in October. And since this drug is working so well, it's kind of bumped me from CAR T cell transplant, which is okay if this drug is working and and I don't feel too bad. It's just kind of watch and wait. That is kind of this cancer. It's watch and wait. So anyway, going back to I feel like I was totally sedated. So I got home, crashed real hard. It was only probably 3 o'clock. And usually I wake up and then I'm totally awake on decks. My kids brought over dinner to me. They tried to wake me up a couple times. Finally I woke up, ate a little something, went back to bed at like 8:30, and slept until 7 the next morning. And so 7 this morning. That has never happened with decks. All I can chalk it up to is just major exhaustion. Like, just needed some sleep. So I'm still pretty tired today. They told me not to take Dex today because I've taken steroids. I took prednisone for 5 days and then took Dex yesterday. And so they said, just hold off on the Dex today because it's just the steroids are making me puffy, retain fluid. Like they make you feel a little weird. So, so I might crash a little sooner. Maybe I won't feel as bad as the end of the week. And maybe we can start tapering off Dex when I go to every other week. So, I don't know. Just starting back to reality without a mom. It's really weird. Just to not be able to call, and she just checks in on me and says how I did every week when I dose and how I feel. Anyway, that's my update for today, Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good week. Hi, today's June 16th. It's been a while since I recorded anything. I'm just tired. I think I've been a little exhausted. I'm in my happy place. Every day I am so grateful and lucky for the deck in our backyard. I just need to show you how gorgeous it is from my view. Come on, it's so gorgeous. I've got my hummingbird feeders, my kitties that surround me. I think there's another one. There's one out there. There's Aspen, black kitty. Anyway, gorgeous. So, I've obviously dosed this week because it's Friday. And this last week, when I dosed, I had a visit with my physician, my doctor. So we had to kind of talk about the plan. And this treatment is so different than the last two. So my first 2 treatments, I had a stop and a start date. You know what I mean? the plan was to do induction, which is 3 to 4 months of medication, and then do a stem cell transplant. So there was like a start point and an end point. In each end point, yes, I was supposed to be on maintenance meds, and I chose not to. I chose to be medication free and live my life. So there was an end in sight. This time, it's totally different. I feel like I've started the phase of multiple myeloma where you're just on medication all the time, which I don't really do well with. So the daratumumab, that's what I'm on, the injection in my stomach weekly, which actually next week I'll have a dose, and then it'll go to every other week until October, and then it's monthly. So it's completely keeping my cancer down. Like, I think my cancer has become, it's still detectable, but it's like very low. So it's totally working. But they said it only works, it works like this for probably 9 months to a year. And so the physicians, they all get together, talk about the patients, and the treatment for them. And right now, I am the topic of conversation of for my doctor, like, what are you doing? She's 50, she needs to be on way more meds to keep it at bay for as long as possible. So I knew this conversation was coming. My doctor wants me to be on another med, a chemo that I took last year, 2020, that is for infusion. That's an infusion called Kyprolis, or we called it Carl because we hated Carl. And it made me feel not great, but I knew that I wouldn't take it for very long. So if I did what my physician said, I would start taking Carl weekly infusion, and I would do this treatment with what I'm on right now for 2 years. And then look at a CAR T after that, potentially, because right now I don't need it because the medicine's working. And CAR T is still a little bit new, and there's newer ones potentially coming that are better and have less side effects. So it was kind of a big downer as far as like I don't see an end in sight for taking meds, and I react so sensitively to them, whereas other people take daratumumab and Carl. Again, my friend who's taking 4 of them completely is living his life fine. I just on the daratumumab, I'm tired, I'm nauseated, I puff up, I get headaches. It's tolerable, but it's just like I just don't feel 100%. And so the thought of adding another med, I feel like would put me in that I'm too sick to work, I'd lose my job. And then what? After 2 years, and say I do a CAR T and then feel way better, then what? Have to go find a job again? Like, I'm really far from retirement, like 15 years from retirement. So again, it's the quality versus quantity of life. I don't know. I'm struggling because it's like, okay, if this is my new norm and I'm on meds for 2 years that are going to make me feel yucky, or I just say no and I just stay on the daratumumab until it stops working. And this is not like, everything was short term. I knew I could do it for 3 months. I'd get through it. This is kind of long term. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's kind of why I haven't posted. I just kind of feel bummed about it. Even though I know there's people out there who have multiple myeloma, who feel worse, who are taking more meds, who aren't reacting well to the treatment. And I feel lucky that I'm reacting really well. Again, I react well and I feel so sick. So that's where I'm at. And I'm still adjusting to the loss of my mother. It just comes in waves, and yeah, so I have time to think about it. I don't have to make a decision right away, but it's there in the back of my head. Anyway, that's my update. So this is my 2-week post. It's been 2 weeks. Anyway, hope everyone's doing good.